Yeah, what's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Friday here with PickDawgz Morning Show. We're live 365 days a year, just to let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see the day's action playing out. Last Friday of September, where the hell did it go? Oh my God. Last Friday of September is insane. But hey, October's almost here. Y'all know what happens in October. That's my month. My birthday month. It's a whole month celebration. So get ready. Buckle up. Today we got 15 games from Major League Baseball, 3 games from college football, 2 games from the WNBA playoffs. Starting tonight. Not starting tonight, but picking back up tonight. I got Costi and Chris with me today. Chris, what's happening? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Yeah, it's a good Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. Feel really locked into a lot of games on the college football card this weekend, so excited for that. The Blue Jays picked up a big win last night. All's well in the world today, so I'm excited.
All is well. All is well. Costi, how you doing this morning?
Feeling good. Another NFL cash last night. Had the side and the total. It's kind of been almost easy from a total side on these Thursday night games. If you play the under, lack of preparation, lack of walkthroughs, you only have a day and then a team travels, especially the road team, you're not going to get a big playbook. So these unders have been hitting on these Thursday night games. But again, long season, but seeing the board really well. My entire team is seeing the board really well, which is a good sign in September, as I've been doing this for 15 years. So you see it good in September, you're going to see it really good in December. So excited to talk about the slate today.
Yes, sir. I had 2 plays last night. I went 1-1. I had my total of the month. I've explained to y'all, I rarely do y'all hear me talk about totals. Like, since I've been at PickDawgz the last 3 years, I probably have under 25 totals entered completely with over 1,000+ games. I just don't play totals. When I do, though, it's because I really, really like it. Last night, it was my total of the month, cashed on the under. So, cool cash for me there. I did lose with the Cardinals. I had Cardinals money line. Yeah, I know I got a Cardinals problem. I just didn't believe in. Huh?
The uniforms were fire.
Yeah, they were. And my reasoning, I tried to explain it yesterday. It wasn't. I felt like I knew I was gambling. Like, I felt like the line was super efficient. Like, everything was exactly how it was supposed to be. I understood that the Cardinals had lost 7 straight to the Seahawks. I didn't want to put too much emphasis on that with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll gone, and I wasn't 100% sold on Sam Darnold laying points on the road, primetime, first division game.
For Heisman, man.
I wasn't sold.
Fucking Heisman, bro. Do you remember last year, halftime show?
Yeah, but I also remember last year against the Rams, primetime, and he looked at
this is September, Sam Darnold. This is where we could lock in on him. Come January, then it gets a little dicey, but I miss Mitch.
Is what it was. Be what it be. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Thought he looked really good in the first half. Second half, that was more the Sam Darnold I thought I was going to see. But first half, he played well. And as I tweeted last night, I said the system quarterback is running the NFL right now. I don't know if y'all are watching, but I'm watching. And the system quarterback is really the quarterback dominating the league right now, from Danny Dimes to kind of like a Sam Darnold to kind of like, Jalen Hurts is a system quarterback. I hate to tell y'all that, but he is. Like, those are the guys really that have had and found the early success. Lamar's kind of struggling, Pat kind of struggling, or their team struggling. Let me see who else. Josh Allen's, he's been him, but Burrow gone. Yeah, I don't think of Dak in that light, so I won't bring him up. Goff, he's in that, system quarterback style realm. You feel me? So system quarterbacks having a solid run to start the season. The NFL has kind of turned a little bit, man. It's a different game than it was 2 years ago. It's crazy to watch. Like, it's a totally different game than what it was. A lot shorter passes, lateral passes, a lot more. I don't know. Another thing I tweeted out yesterday, let me get a couple gripes out early in the show. I wish the NFL would go to the college rule. 15-yard penalty on a pass interference. I'm sorry. That's what I want. Some of you may disagree. Too much love for the offense in that, man. 15 yards, cool. And first down. But spot foul, that's too much. And then I hate the new kickoff. I never liked it. And I don't think I ever will. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that shit, bro. 25-yard game-winning drive for the win for the Seahawks last night. That's what y'all want? That's the game y'all want to see? No. Start at the 20, and if you want it, I want to see a 2-minute drive go win. So, my gripes. Fix the kickoff back. And PI need to be 15 yards, not spot foul.
I still watch games, even though I know the rules, and I still don't know sometimes when they're going to call 15 yards and when they're going to call spot foul.
Well, it depends on how much yardage is left.
No, I know, but I'm just I know, but I'm just saying, like, I just look at it. Sometimes just like, oh yeah, spot foul. They're like, oh yeah, 15 yards. I was like, what? So yeah, you're right though. You know, Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold playing well right now.
Yeah, the NFL is
not mentioning that other schlub.
Danny Dimes is.
No, I'm not mentioning that other schlub.
The NFL has always been this way. Every 2-3 years, there's a turnover in the style of play. It used to be the bell cow running back, and I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago. That's disappeared now. It's by committee. You don't see them. Then it used to be just air it out where they would run cover 2. And now it's changed over where it's everything underneath. Short plays, screens. You're not seeing the ball down the field as much, and that's because these teams are taking away the deep ball. And you got to always adjust. I knew it going into this year that this is going to be the case, and that gives you a little edge for totals. But still a long season. But it's you kind of see what these teams are at the tail end of the first quarter of the season. So you're going to see the trend of how these teams are going to go into October, November, December with four weeks under their belt. So it's going to be an exciting season. It already has been an exciting season. And I think the play is great. I think the competition's great. The play is great. Yeah, Jay, I agree with you. The kickoff rule is ass. But, you know, that's what the NFL wants. The NFL wants more touchdowns. They want all of a sudden this year, because of this, the ball being seasoned for kickers. Kickers are kicking 57-yarders like it's 40-yarders now. It's the craziest thing ever. But, you know, it's this is just the way it is. There's always going to be phases, and you just got to ride with it, and that's how you can cash.
Fair enough. We'll talk a little bit more NFL at the end of the show. We're doing the polls for the Circa contest live today. We're going to do this for the remainder of the year. We're going to do it on Friday. We're going to go game by game, spend 1-2 minutes each game, let y'all get y'all votes in, kind of talk about it just slightly, and then move on. And then at the end, we'll tally up, see which ones had the highest votes, and the top 5 will be the PickDawgz Circa picks for the week. So we'll do that momentarily. I do not have graphics for baseball today. Please do not be mad at me. I do have WNBA. I do have the college football ones. So we'll do those. Do not have the baseball ones. So apologize. We'll be back to regular scheduled programming with the baseball graphics on Monday. Y'all know Saturday, tomorrow, college football takes the driver's seat. Sunday, NFL takes the driver's seat. Monday, we'll be back with or actually, we won't. There's no baseball on Monday. So Tuesday, we'll be back with the baseball graphics. Tuesday, playoffs start. Wild card. So be on the lookout for that. We will talk baseball. And matter of fact, we're talking baseball right here, right now. Let's do it. 15 games today in baseball. We're going to do 3 slots of 5. Just because we got a lot to cover today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Last series of the year in baseball. Isn't that kind of crazy? You know, got us through the year, through the summer, I mean. It's kind of crazy, you know, to see baseball get ready to go, getting ready to say goodbye to a couple of these teams. Let's do it. We got the Cardinals and the Cubs. Colin Ray versus Miles McCollum. We got Cavalli versus Gomez. Nationals, White Sox. We got Twins and the Phillies. Joe Ryan versus Aaron Nola. Orioles and the Yankees. Trevor Rogers versus Will Warren. Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hauser versus Baby Bieber. And Tigers, Red Sox, Casey Mize versus Harrison. Or that was 6. I meant to do this 5. Sorry. No Red Sox.
I was like, wait a second, what?
No Red Sox, Tigers. I will do that one next slide. Chris.
Okay. 2 I'm going with here. Over in Twins, Phillies. I think this is a bring your glove to the ballpark kind of game. Both players have been susceptible, both pitchers, I should say, been susceptible to giving up home runs this season. The Phillies, I think, should be able to get to Joe Ryan. The Twins should be able to get a few off of Aaron Nola here. I like the over 8.5 there. And I'm going to take the Orioles. I think if there's a spot for the Orioles to win a game in this series, it's here with Trevor Rogers. Going Rogers has been outstanding. Will Warren, for me, is still one of the weaker links of this Yankees rotation. They have much better options. So you have Baltimore's, what I would argue, number 1 against the Yankees, maybe number 4 or number 5. Talked about this in the past. I mean, I think this is just a value spot on the Orioles here. So I'm gonna take Baltimore plus money.
Costi, what you looking at here in these first 5?
I like the under in that Orioles game simply because Trevor Rogers has been phenomenal all year. I think the Yankees are going to have trouble hitting him, even though they've been hitting lefties extremely well. And over their last 10, the Orioles just have a regression when they hit righties on the road. They're about a half a run worse on the road versus righties. Look, Warren is not somebody I want to back on a day-to-day, but for a Trevor Rogers game to have an 8 out there versus usually a 7 for an over-under, I think you're getting value there at an extra run simply because you're playing, a Warren who's not that good. But outside of one game where he got rocked by the Red Sox, he's given up two earned runs or less in his last 4 or 5 games outside of that one. So I like the under here in Baltimore.
What am I doing here? For me, I have no money on baseball as of right now this second. So I'm just phrase it with that. But if I were to put some money on something today, I'm going out with Mama That Man. I'm going out with Mama That Man. All right. And Mama, we just seen him do it. We just saw him do it. So why can't he do it again? Trevor Rogers is him. Shout out to him, the plus money demon, the cash money machine. A lot of people still thinking the Yankees got this false hope. It's done. They're cooked. Finito. They're going to be in the wild card. Shout out to them. We'll see what they do there. I like the Orioles tonight, though. Orioles not just finna lay down for the Yankees last series of the year. They not. They ain't got nothing else to play for. Perfect spot to play well against the Yankees. With Rogers on the mound, he's pitched well. Do I need to go through his last 5 starts? 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned against the Astros. 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned against the Dodgers in a dub. He did lose to the Jays, but it wasn't really his fault. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned. And then the last time he pitched was against the Yankees. 6 innings, 1 hit, 0 earned is what he did just a couple days ago. What was that, the 19th? So 10 days ago. He just shut down the Yankees. I think he could do it again. That's all I'm saying. So give me the Orioles attacking plus money there. That's the only one I love here. The Jays price is too far gone for me to really bet it. So I would lean towards the Jays, but trying to establish some momentum heading into the postseason. But other than that, I don't love the price. So next slide, we got the Tigers out on the road facing the Red Sox. Casey Mize versus Harrison. Mets versus the Marlins. Sandy. He's on the mound today. Sproat on the mound for the Mets. Rangers, Guardians, Slade Ciccone versus Jack Leiter. And Pirates, Braves, Mitch Keller and Joey Wentz on the mound in this one. And Reds, Brewers, Zach Littell versus Quinn Priester. Costi, got any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Padres here at home. They're still, in my opinion, a much better spot, even though they've tied the series 5-5 in their last 10. And Gallen's been better of late, and Yu Darvish has been inconsistent this year. I still think the bats of San Diego can get the Gallen. Team plays so much better at home than they do on the road. Arizona still has a losing record on the road. And I just trust San Diego here late in the season more than I trust Arizona. I don't mind paying the short favorite price, 130 here, with a team that I believe has a much better complete unit than Arizona does. So San Diego for me.
Let me see. Only thing that I would attack two of my teams here in this slot. It would be Tigers money line, season on the line, and it would be Marlins money line, attacking plus money with teams. Tigers have the world to play for, so I would want to be on the plus money with them. And then the Marlins playing the spoiler role for the Mets. Oh man, like this is what you play for. So Marlins have played well here, low key down the stretch, better than I think people give them credit for. These two teams, they're not even split by that many games. Like Sandy's pitched well down the stretch. I like the Marlins. I might bet the Marlins today. If I were to bet baseball today, it'd be Marlins. Marlins or them Tigers or those Orioles. I kind of like all three. I just told myself I'm not betting baseball for real till postseason. I'm tempted though. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I think there's a stigma with the Miami Marlins. They're still the trash pandas, but they're actually playing well, like you said. But I'm gonna go with the Brewers here. I think it's really telling that they're still interested in playing spoiler for the Cincinnati Reds, considering that they shifted Quinn Priester from a Wednesday start to this slot here. Whether that's also to get him normal rest for the upcoming playoff series, we'll have to see. But I mean, they have the first round bye, so they could have got him rest at any time during that set. So I think that the Brewers are actually focused on trying to play spoiler against Cincinnati, trying to go for the best record in baseball. Zach Littell, I said it before, was a head scratching move for me. You have a guy that's given up 36 home runs this season, and you bring him to a team that plays at Great American. Granted, they're not a Great American here, but Milwaukee can still put some runs on the board. They can still crank it. So I'm going to take Cincinnati here. Milwaukee over Cincinnati here. I just think Littell struggles.
Last slot of the day, Major League Baseball, Astros, Angels, Hendricks, Alexander, Padres, Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen, Yu Darvish, Mariners, Dodgers, Jorge Kirby versus Ed Sheeran, Nick Cameron, and the Royals versus the Athletics. I don't see anybody on the mound for the A's. And Rockies, Giants, Marquez versus I'm loving it. McDonald. I'm up first. I'm gonna take the Mariners money line. That's all. Y'all did it. Finally. I didn't believe in
you.
You
Hate it. You did not believe.
I did not believe. I did not believe in the Mariners. I love everything about the Mariners except for their offense, but I like Kyle Riley. Y'all know I love just about every pitcher in every rotation, but their history is what made me ultimately be like, hell no, this team gonna crumble like they always do. They have not. So for that, I tip my cap. And I say, congratulations, Mariners. Now can you go do it in the postseason? Y'all got the best pitching rotation. Offense a little, but I don't know. I like them tonight, though. I'll tell you that, behind Jorge Kirby. I don't want any parts of Ed Sheeran. I don't want any parts of the Dodgers on the road. I think the Dodgers as a dog speaks of major volume. It would be Mariners for me in this game. They overcame it. There's a word I really want to say, but I won't say it. They overcame it. And not the Padres, the Diamondbacks. They cooked me. Bro. They're done. They're not done. They're not done, but man, they losing back to back hurt, man. They had every chance to do it, man. Now they got to sweep the Padres here. They got to sweep them. And they still need help. It's nasty. When they were in the driver's seat, bro. Sad.
But here's the thing. Can I interest you in this mindset? They are in at least a really good spot to get help because the Marlins saved their 3 best pitchers for this final series to play spoiler to the Mets.
They are.
The Reds are playing the team with the best record in baseball and fighting for the best record in baseball.
That's what I'm saying, though. But they to drop those 2 games against the Dodgers when they were in the driver's seat, bro.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh my god, man! Mind you, I got plus 600 right now on the Diamondbacks to make the playoffs, so that's why my feelings hurt. Like, oh my god, bro.
What are the standings right now?
I wanted that plus 600 bad.
So to make the playoffs without any tiebreakers, the Diamondbacks would have to win out. The Mets would have to get swept, and the Reds would have to drop 2 of 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's over. It's over.
I wouldn't say it's over.
The Mets got to get swept. Like, ugh.
It's possible.
I love my money Marlins, but a sweep? Oof.
Well, okay. Let me see. What's
today? I got the Marlins today.
Tomorrow, let's see if they have a matchup for tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's undecided against Yuri Perez and undecided against Edward Cabrera.
Marlins, can you do it for me? Can you do something for me?
I'm just saying, don't write them off yet.
Diamondbacks are cooked, though. They had their chance, and they pooped it. Would you like to close out the slot, though? Close out baseball for the day.
I am going to go with Arizona here. I think it's a decent spot for them. Zach Gallen pitching well. Yu Darvish, for me, is I wonder if he's going to have a starting spot in this Padres rotation come playoff time. He's been a 5-inning guy at most, usually gives up 3 runs in a start. This Diamondbacks bullpen can be quite scary, admittedly, and the Padres do have a significant edge in the bullpen, but I like their bats, and I think that, you know, we're in must-win territory for the Diamondbacks here. So I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks here, plus money. And I'm going to take a shot on the Rockies. I just don't want to pay minus 230 with McDonald, with this Giants team that's just playing out the string. The Rockies, I think, want to save some face to close out the year. They've been getting their teeth kicked in on the road, so I think they do something here to close out the series with a bang here. So I'll take a shot on Colorado and plus money.
Costa, anything to close out the card? I
got nothing in the last slate because I already gave the Padres accidentally in the last slate.
Mm-hmm.
He's foolish and lacks vision. All right, let's talk some college football. You want to go all 3 or game by game?
Go all 3.
Yeah.
Houston, Oregon State. Houston win 13.5. These graphics were made last night, so they might be slightly off. I'm not 100% sure. Florida State versus Virginia. Florida State lands 7. And TCU versus Arizona State. Arizona State laying 3. Franchise, you're up first.
For the record, that Houston-Oregon State game, great. Sounds like a great Friday night. Cougars and Beavers, love it. That was my old that was a throwback for anybody who knows about that it was a Saturday college football show, and I said, "Oh yeah, Cougars and Beavers sounds like a good Thursday night." And I said it. My ex was sitting like across the room, just like in earshot, and Mitch looked at me. He goes, "Oh, busted!" Oh man, I gotta find that clip. No, but I'm gonna look at the other games here.
And that's why she's your ex.
Too soon. We're gonna retract that from the record. I'm gonna go with TCU here plus the points. I just think it's a letdown spot for Arizona State after a big win over Baylor last time out. It was an emotional fourth quarter. You do go back home here, but TCU has an experienced quarterback in Josh Hoover. You know, they played well on the road. They walloped North Carolina on the road in their first road game this season. And I just think that TCU can get it done here. I think they have their strengths match up well against Arizona State's weaknesses on both sides of the ball. So I'm going to go TCU there. And I'll take Florida State, especially now that it's dipped under a touchdown. Now it's around 6.5. Tommy Castellanos looks like he's going to be good to go. He's listed as probable, but I just don't trust this Virginia team. I think that Florida State, where they've really improved, is on defense. So I'm going to go with Florida State here, laying the points.
Costa, got any thoughts tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I believe the public is going to be all over Florida State simply because of their resume, what they did to Alabama, how they've been blowing up subpar competition since then. I'm going to lean more toward the over here. Virginia is a team that could score points, but also give up a lot of points. I get it. The total's 59. It's 59 for a reason. They had a shootout with NC State. Even against the teams that they played of late, they're still giving up points. It's not like their defense is anything special. Florida State's going to score a lot of points. I think this is going to be just a high-scoring game back and forth. I'm not too comfortable with this laying a touchdown on the road. I think Virginia could be it smells a little bit like a backdoor cover here. I'd rather stay off the side altogether and take the over.
Fair enough. For me, I don't really love college football tonight. As of right now, I have $0 on college football tonight. I have $0 on Major League Baseball, $0 on college football. It's kind of crazy. I probably will bet college football tonight. And if I were to, the reason I don't is because I feel like I'm with the public. That's the thing. Like, I'm on the square shit. And
Squares win.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And that's kind of my thought. Like, and it's not like I don't have a significant edge. There's nothing here that tells me that anything that y'all don't already know. I think Florida State is head and shoulders better than Virginia. Does laying 7 on the road make my stomach hurt? A little bit. And Tommy Castellanos is banged up a little bit. He is probable to play, but he was limping last time we saw him. Virginia's ass. But it's a weird Friday night. Does Florida State lay an egg? We know Florida State as the lay an egg team. You know, that's kind of the stigma on this team right now. But I honestly believe this is a different Florida State team this year. I told y'all that earlier in the season. Remember, I'm the guy that told y'all Florida State money line over Alabama. I was early to the Florida State part. I believed in this team early. And I'm just staying on the wagon. I constantly said it too. Like, you know, we've seen Florida State play well. All that. We've seen Virginia play ass. The line's right where it's supposed to be. Does Florida State lay an egg is the multi-million-dollar question. We've seen them do it plenty of times. I actually somewhat believe in them tonight. I'm going to lean towards Florida State. The TCU-Arizona State game is another tough one where it's like, who is TCU, bro? North Carolina, they're nobody. They're throw that game out the window. I don't care about that. And then SMU, they're not SMU of old. That SMU team got some real problems. So Neutral site, this game will be a pick 'em, which I think is right where it's supposed to be. I think these two teams are dead even. Arizona State was the better team last year, but of course they lost a couple pieces. We saw them lose that tough one earlier in the season to the Cowbells, but then they bounced back. Good win last week at Baylor. Based on my personal eye test, I think this is a 50-50 game. I would want to be on the plus money with TCU. I think Arizona State is slightly overrated based on last year. It's kind of my thoughts on this one. So we lean towards the 3 with TCU. Kind of want to attack the outright money line with TCU. But the problem is, again, with TCU is neither team they've played, I think, is that good. I don't think North Carolina's that good. I don't think SMU's that good. So this is a real test. We've seen Arizona State be tested. Arizona State has definitely played the tougher schedule with Baylor and Mississippi State. So, again, that's why I don't have any money on college football right now. I'm not in love with either of those two games. I have a side. I have an opinion. But I'm not rushing to the window tonight in these sports. Any other thoughts for y'all on college football? The reason I don't have that much money on college football or the Major League Baseball today is because tonight I have my WNBA play of the year. This is the most money I have ever bet personally on a WNBA game. Let's break them both down. We got the Mercury and the Lynx. Lynx 3.5 point road favorites, total 158.5. And we have the Aces out on the road facing the Fever. Aces 4.5 point road favorites. Costa, you got any thoughts?
I got no WNBA thoughts whatsoever.
For me tonight, what do I want to talk about here? This is what I'll say. I'll just broadly speak on both. Again, I have my play of the year tonight. Both home teams, the Mercury and the Fever, is do or die tonight, essentially. They've already done what they needed to do. They stole one on the road. Remember, these are 5-game series, so they have 2 games at home, Indiana and the Mercury. They have 2 games at home. They could end the series at home without having to go back to Minnesota, which Minnesota has only lost, 4 games at home all season, and the Fever don't have to go back to Las Vegas later in this season if they take care of business at home. That's what I'll tell y'all tonight. I hate to do that to y'all, but again, I got my player of the year tonight, so I can't really give away too much in the WNBA, bro. I just can't. It's only 2 games. I just can't. So if you want it, it's a pretty penny tonight too. It's $50, PickDawgz Premium. But the reason it's that much is, again, if I told y'all how much money I have on this play tonight, y'all would probably look at me crazy. But you got to understand and you got to realize that hoops is what I do. This is what I do. I know I come in here and I'm super confident about baseball and college football and shit all the time, but in reality, that's not what pays my bills. What pays my bills is betting hoops. So really love my WNBA play of the year tonight. I am 50, 32, and 1 on my play of the day. I am, 10 and we've hit 10 of our last 13, I believe, on the play of the day in the WNBA. So it's like we're seeing the board really well. And this is my favorite play thus far this season. So if you want it, scoop it up. PickDawgz Premium. But I kind of hinted at y'all something. So just pay attention, bro. Pay attention. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going dog hunting in both. I don't have a play on the premium side tonight, so I'll touch on both. For me, the home side has dominated ATS in this Lynx Mercury matchup, and if you're the Mercury, you already took one from Minnesota at home, where you've been solid, and where the Lynx have been most vulnerable this season is the best spot for them to be in. So I'm going to take a shot on the Mercury plus the points here. And Fever Aces, I think that this is just must win for Indiana. You don't want to give the Aces any possibility of having a game 5 in their back pocket. So I think the Fever, I think you're going to get the best effort from the Fever that you've seen all season in this game. I think they at least keep it close. So give me the Fever plus the points.
Costa. Oh, you already said that. Somebody said, what's my thoughts on that Houston game? I didn't talk about that Houston Beavers game. Because it's another one, bro. Tonight's college football is just weird. Well, it's like we already know. Like, we know that Oregon State is hot ass. Like, we know that. But do I want to lay 14 points on the road with Houston? Do I want to do that? I lean Houston because Oregon State's that bad. But Corvallis not an easy place to play and land that many points in Corvallis. You're asking for it. You might be able to win, but you're asking for it. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We covered everything under the sun: baseball, basketball, and college football. Chris, what you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium today, Brody?
For me today, it's just my couple plays on the board. I got my MLB pickoff play, my best MLB bet on the board, and we talked about with how sketchy some of the matchups can be. I've really locked in on this game that I really like on the card. Same thing can be said for my MLB, my college football platinum play, or I got a 3-pack, my hits and homers 3-pack, 2 college football, 1 MLB, and I also just put in my college football game in the month that I absolutely love for tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. But best value, hop on something long term, pair me up with Jay. You'll get access to all the football this weekend with the 3-day pass. So make sure that you check that out and use that promo code PICK at 15% off.
Costi, what's going on at Safer Syndicate Group?
If usually I take on clients that need more than just the games. So if you're struggling knowing how much to bet on the games, bankroll money management, need a little bit more coaching than just buying daily subscriptions from any of these amazing cappers like Chris or Jay, you could text me on the number right on Premium Picks, drop down Safer Syndicate Group. We'll give you your options, and if it works for you, great. If not, I always recommend you to either Chris or Jay most of the time.
All I got as of right now is my WNBA Play of the Year. That's all I got tonight. It's Play of the Year.
How much is that Play of the Year?
50. That's
it.
Right. I don't even think they understand the discount that I'm truly giving them on that. Like, some people might look at that and be like, $50. But bro, if you understood how much money I have on it tonight, you would be like, oh shit. So, like, I could just take it to the window and just cash it myself, but I ain't doing that to y'all. So $50, PickDawgz Premium, you can scoop it up. Last night I was 1-1. I cashed my NFL total of the month last night with the under. I did have the Cardinals money line, so I lost that. But that's what I got going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have a healthy card this weekend. Really like tomorrow's college football, and I like this weekend's NFL. So be on the lookout for that. College football show will be posted in a little while. I'm almost finished editing it up, so it'll be posted in a little while. NFL show will be posted tomorrow night. And I think that's all I got to tell y'all before we do parlays. And then after parlays, we'll do the polls. So parlay. Chris, what we doing?
Let's go just 2-team parlay. Fever Mercury.
From the franchise. Costa, what we doing?
2-team parlay, dog money, Orioles, Tigers.
I'm adding right to that. Orioles, Tigers, Marlins. 3-teamer.
Money, Marlins.
Money, Marlins. And then in college football, if you just want to get greedy, I do like Florida State and I do like TCU. But
a 5-teamer probably pay probably 24-1 maybe because of the dog price.
Just a little Friday night step back. We'll see. Friday night step back. All right. Let's do some polls. Let me do it. Let me do it. Switch account. Give me 2 seconds.
Chris, any chances you're going to go to a Blue Jays playoff game?
Not what the prices of tickets are.
I mean, all you have to do is buy Jays WNBA Play of the Year.
Ron already been doing it.
Buys you a ticket.
I didn't even realize. Has somebody already been doing it? Ron already been doing it?
What's that?
Which one is it? Is this the first one?
One already up. Yeah, there's one already up. Vikings Steelers.
Yeah, I think Ron said he was gonna do it, but is that the first one? I don't know. The first one's up though. It's Vikings Steelers. Got about 50 votes right now. It's 50-50. Vikings minus 2.5, Steelers plus 2.5. You got any thoughts on it?
I hate these. My thoughts are that I can't stand these Europe games or these overseas games.
That's your thoughts?
That's my thoughts.
Okay. I'm going to take, I think, the better team at the moment right now. I think that Minnesota has a better defensive coordinator, better defense, better offensive line, and a seasoned, basically a starter who's been a starter in this league. You put him in the right system. Addison is back. I think losing Aaron Jones wasn't as big of a deal with getting Trey Mason back there. You get the Jet. I think Pittsburgh's going to struggle in this one. And that's why they're in a neutral field and they're the dog. Pittsburgh hasn't been winning games pretty. I think they're going to get exposed this game. I like Minnesota.
Fair enough. All right, we'll run them about 2 minutes. So we ain't on here that long. So this one, we can end it now. This one, 54% are on the Vikings, 46% on the Steelers. So let me write that down. 54% Vikings. And then whichever the top 5 highest percentages are at the end is what's going to be the picks for this week. So my thoughts on that one, I would lean Steelers personally. Laying points on the road with Carson Wentz, you're asking for it. Cross country too, across the pond, you're asking for it. I know they played well last week. I know they blew out the Bengals, but the Bengals' worst defense in the league. Steelers, I know their defense has been disappointing, but the names on that defense, I think they're going to figure it out. That head coach, Mike Tomlin, I trust him. That's a I trust Mike Tomlin against a backup quarterback and a younger head coach, first game across the pond style situation. Is why I personally like the Steelers. So we'll see. Next one up we got is the Bucks and the Eagles. Eagles laying 3.5 in Tampa. You got any thoughts on this, Chris? Kosti? I'm sorry.
It's a sneaky game. I think the hook is going to play a big role here. The Eagles are not blowing teams out. They're winning games late. They should have lost that game last week. They came back, and you give them a little bit, an inch, and they could win the game. Tampa Bay's been playing really good. I know Mike Evans is out, but I don't think that's a huge detriment to this team. I believe they're going to keep it close, and I think that hook is going to matter. I'd rather have the 3.5 in my back pocket at home with Tampa Bay.
Tampa's played above their pay grade. They're 3-0. They could easily be 0-3. I'm going the other way. I'm just taking the Super Bowl champs, the system quarterback. I'm believing in the system. Give me Philly. Chris, got any thoughts?
Yeah, leaning towards Tampa Bay here. Like the Costi said, I think the hook could loom large here. So it's a lean right now. I'm still digging into some of these games, and so
I am too. None of these thoughts are my official thoughts. I'm just kind of just talking about them while we go through the poll.
Yeah.
So, all right, that poll is finished. We have 75 votes on that one, and it was 57% on the Bucks. Okay, 57% on Tampa. That's why I keep calling him a system quarterback, bro. Because look at his passing yards, fam. Look at his passing yards.
Look at everybody's passing yards, though.
But look at his specifically.
I get it, man. But that's the NFL this year. You don't turn the ball over. You play good defense. You throw underneath. You win games.
Sound like a system quarterback to me. We got
yeah, you're right.
Got the Bills and the Saints. Bills laying 15.5. Looks like this is going to be one of the circle picks for the week. They beating up on the Bills right now. So currently 80% on the Bills. For me, my thoughts on this one, it would be Bills for me here. I know. Ugly dog, you might want to grab your nose, take the Saints. I can't. I won't. Lean Bills. This will not make my premium card. I will not have any money on this game this weekend, but I'll lean Bills. Chris, you got any thoughts?
Me either, but I would lean towards the Saints and the points. I just don't love the Bills as a huge, like 16, 17 point favorite. They were kind of in a double-digit favorite spot last week against Miami. Didn't cover. They got a division game against New England on deck that they always seem to take seriously. Maybe not taking New Orleans as seriously. Like a 31-17 game gets us to the window with the Saints. It's ugly. Like you said, probably not going to see a cent of my money this weekend, but I'll take a shot on the Saints.
Yeah, we can go ahead and close that one. 82% on the Bills. So it looks like Bills is going to be one for the circle this week. Costa, you got any thoughts on that game?
I can't get the Saints out of my mouth, but I'm not laying 15.5. I'm not betting this game. Yeah. Not laying 15.5 in the NFL. I don't care who it is. Not for long is the motto of the NFL. Would I be surprised if the Saints somehow covered 15.5? No, it's the NFL. So, but not bettable for me. No opinion.
Panthers, Patriots. Panthers plus 5.5. I believe this game's in Foxborough. Chris's favorite team. You taking them?
Yeah, I am. I think the Panthers are dog water. They're cooked.
30-0 last week though. 30-0.
It says more about the Falcons than it does about the Panthers.
That's fair.
I think Mike Vrabel's gonna have something special drawn up for Bryce Young, and blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So give me the Patriots here.
Any thoughts, Costa?
I'm with Chris here. I really am liking what I'm seeing from Drake May. Definitely elevated his game from last year. When in the hell are they going to give Travion Henderson the rock? Stevenson and the other dumbass keep fumbling the ball, and they just won't give Henderson the rock. I think once they finally mold him into this offense, it's going to take him to the next level. I'm laying the number with New England. I think Carolina is overrated, and what Chris said, that it was more of what is the Atlanta Falcons, who are the Atlanta Falcons, rather than Carolina beating them there. I'm on New England here at home.
I'm going to lean towards the Patriots. I mean, towards the Panthers. I'm not sold on the Patriots. I'm just not. Nothing here tells me to lay this many points with the Pats. I said at the beginning of the season, the Panthers, I kind of believe in them a little bit, and I think they're going to take a step forward this season. I saw that step last week. Can we build on it? I don't need them to win. I just need them to be competitive. And against the Patriots, who are been one of the more overrated teams coming into this season, I want the points in my back pocket. That feels like a 24-20 Pats win. We keep it rolling though. We got Commanders, Falcons, and the Panthers won that last one, 55%. So probably won't be a circle pick. 55 Panthers. Commanders, Falcons is up right now. Commanders plus 1.5. Any thoughts here, Costi?
I still have to see the final injury report. It's hard to give out these games, some of them on Friday. I'm going to lean toward Atlanta here. I know we saw them get blown out on the road, but they're a different team at home. They've kept games close at home. I think Washington, with the amount of injuries that they have, it's going to catch up to them at some point, and there's a reason why they're only a 1-point underdog at home and not a 3-point underdog at home. They're not giving Washington enough credit. So I'm going to early lean on Friday. I'm going with Atlanta.
The Commanders will make my premium card this weekend. And there's a chance they could be my top play of the week. I had them last week. I genuinely think a lot of people think this team is Jaden Daniels, and that's it. And that's not the case. This is a great football team all around. There's a reason they were in the NFC Championship game. And the drop-off from Jaden Daniels to Mariota is not as big of a gap as I think the general public believes it to be. I like the Commanders here. Chris?
I like the Commanders, but I don't share the same sentiment about Mariota.
Should I marry it?
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's a reason this guy has never been able to win a starting job. And if he has wanted, he's never been able to hold it down.
Hey, he has. It was injuries. He had a starting job.
79%. 79% of the poll on that one is on the Commanders. So that's probably going to be a circa. Right now, it looks like the two circa picks are Bills, Commanders. Those are the two highest thus far. The next poll is up. We got Browns, Lions. Lions laying 10. I would lean Lions, get the Browns outside of home. Lions just seem like the better team overall. Not a game I'm rushing to, I still got to deep dive a lot of these games. These are just raw off the top of my head thoughts right now. That's all this is. I don't want y'all to quote me on any of this. Like, I don't even have my notes in front of me right now. I'm just talking because as we do the poll, I would lean Lions. Chris?
Yeah, Lions at home for me in the dome. Jared Goff, all the ATS trends that back it. Cleveland, we've seen this team get cranked by, good teams this season. They barely, they lost that one to Cincinnati in week 1. I think last week was a fluke. So I'm gonna go with Detroit here.
Carson?
I'm not taking the Lions here. Double-digit dogs in the NFL they hit at a much higher rate than any other sport. And the parity in the league, I think Cleveland's one biggest asset on defense is how well they stop the run. And what does Detroit want to do? They want to run the ball. So they haven't let up. I mean, oh my God.
What's up?
Talking about the Lions, man. Now I got a ghost behind me. Jay, look up. Out of nowhere. Now I'm taking Detroit here. Plus 10.5. They'll keep it close. Overreaction. Letdown spot for Detroit after that huge win. They'll win the game, but I could see Cleveland keeping this one close like they did against Green Bay. Nobody thought they had a shot against Green Bay.
Fair enough. 71% on the Lions. So next one is up. Titans and the Costi's so long-winded, he got to tell you exactly everything. Texans, Titans.
Bro, once it's coming out, man, it's got to come out. This is not a scripted show. This is a freelance show.
This game's a pass. Both these teams some shit. The line seemed to tell me Texans is the play. I would kind of believe that. I don't trust the Callahan, the coach for the Titans, and this offense some shit, and the defense some shit. Texans. Even though I know dogs have covered a lot in this over the last year, but the dogs are 0-2 this year in this. So time to throw that shit out the window. I like the Texans. Chris?
Yeah, this is trash for me. I'm done with the Titans. But the Texans, I don't want to lay this many points with them, so this one's not seeing any of my money.
Costa?
Pass on this one. I think the line's right where it should be. Not laying 7.5 with Houston.
%60% of y'all on the Titans. Some probably won't make circa. We'll see. Right now, the 3 circa are the top ones, at least, are Lions, Bills, Commanders. Well, 63% on Titans. That's high. %63% Titans. All right, Chargers, Giants. Chargers laying 6 in the Meadowlands.
The Jackson Dart Show.
Yep, Dart under center. Y'all got any thoughts? I lean Giants in this one. It just feels like a spot to fade West Coast team on the East Coast. Like, it just feels like a spot. They're gonna cool off a little bit, personally, to me. People disagree with me though. 78% right now on the Chargers.
It's tough. It's like I like the move to Jackson Dart, but this is a tough defense that you have to make your debut against.
Jesse Minter has been probably the best defensive coordinator in the league this year.
If it was
team against Dart,
if it was Russell Wilson, this would be a Chargers extendo. But
80% on the Chargers. Chargers might make the card.
If this line gets to 7, I would take the Giants. Simply lack of tape usually is a rookie quarterback's best friend. I think the Chargers win this game, but the Giants cover.
Niners, Jags. Niners laying 3. You got any thoughts?
I'm on the Niners. This is a team. This is not one player. This is not Purdy. They throw in freaking Mac Jones in there. This is a team. Now, losing Bosa is a big deal. But this team just knows how to ball out. And Jacksonville, I think, is way overrated. I think Trevor Lawrence is way overvalued. Taking the San Fran at home.
Yeah, if I'm taking San Fran, I'd want it at 2.5 or 3. I don't know about 3.5. I think San Fran wins. Because I don't know if I can trust Jacksonville to take the step up yet, but
I like Jacksonville money line. This ain't no step up. San Fran so beat up. Mac Jones under center. I know this the year of
he might be back. Purdy might be back. They haven't rolled him out yet. But again, you're doing this now because you have to for the circa. But I'm just saying, yeah. You're assuming he's going to be out.
I would lean Jags. That one's 52%. So that one's 50-50. That one ain't making it. We got Rams and the Colts. Rams laying 3.5. Do we even need to ask Chris? We already know he an Indiana Jones hater. Do you give Indiana Jones and the Colts any chance of covering this line?
0.
Fair. Any thoughts, Costi?
I don't love the hook here. I don't love it. Probably not going to bet this game. If it was 3, I'd definitely bet the Rams. Just think they're a better team, and they're, a possession away from being 3-0 here. So they went cross country and they put it to the Eagles for most of the game. This team's good. Team is good. I think Indiana's going to be in for a handful. Taking the Rams.
I'm on the Colts. All aboard. My hype train team, man. I disagree with Costi. I think the Colts are the better team. I think they have a better defense.
They're on the road, though.
And I trust their offense just a little more.
On the road's tough.
And I still think a lot of people are waiting for the shoe to drop on the Colts. But as I explained at the very beginning of the season, the Colts are my last year's Minnesota Vikings. No, even all of last year, everybody kept expecting Minnesota to fall off, and they never did into the playoffs. And that might be the case for Indiana. But regular season wise, until they market the Colts correctly, I'm on the Colts. Bears. And the Raiders laying 1. That Colts Rams probably won't make it. It's about 50-50.
Do we have faith in the Bears on the road after a historic win?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Hell no.
At what point are you ever going to back Caleb Williams?
I won't.
Never.
But no, I did. I did the first 2 weeks. I had him Monday Night Football against JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy making his first start of his career on the road division game. Fuck that. And Caleb let me down. And then I had him next week play for your coach. He going back to where he played at, bro. Play for your coach. Go out there and play well against the Lions. They got their fucking head beat in. No. Yes, you won Player of the Week last week. Yes, you dotted up the worst defense in the league, which is my team. Congratulations. Show me again. Give me the Raiders. The Raiders. Now, 64% of the people out there on the Bears, though.
I'm taking the over. You can get some points.
Ravens, Chiefs. Ravens 2.5-point road favorites in Arrowhead. Come on, man.
Ravens.
Costi.
Ravens.
You believe it?
I believe it. The Chiefs are ass. Baltimore's got to do something defensively to stop them. It's just one of those games where I believe the Ravens are the better team. Obviously, with what the spread says, you're getting it under 3. I think it's going to be the opposite of a high-scoring game, and I think Baltimore squeaks this one out on a Kansas City team that looks lost offensively.
Foolish in like vision. I could understand if y'all's defense was doing something. Y'all know y'all had a vaunted defense. Y'all's defense is tissue paper. Tissue. And the defense of the Chiefs is tenfold y'all's defense. I think they limit what y'all got going on. And I'm going out with 1-5. I done told y'all that, bro. We
going to be mad. Mad.
We'll see. Cowboys, Packers. Packers line 6.5 on my boys. There were 70% of the people on the Ravens in that last one. They might make it. I'm hoping everybody bets the Packers up to 7.5, and I'm gonna come back on my Cowboys. But if I don't get 7 or more, I'm cool. I'm just gonna be honest. I know we don't ever play well against the Packers. The Cowboys have played the Packers 6 times in Dak's career, I believe, or 1-5 in those games. And it was the last time we beat them was 2016, which was Dak's rookie year. Since then, we're 0-5 against the Packers. 3 in Green Bay, 2 here in Dallas. They just have our number. I don't want to overreact too much to last week, but it's hard not to. You let Caleb Williams come out there and do that, bro.
Packers, 78%.
Everybody named Mama gonna be on the Packers, so y'all know I'm rocking with my boys. But man, I'm not gonna feel good about it. I was extremely confident in my Cowboys last week, so uber confident. And they let me down. I'm not nearly as confident this week. It's probably one of my least favorite plays of the week. Jets, Dolphins.
Yeah.
Think this is the last one?
No, there's one more. There's 2 Monday night games.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's 2 Monday nights. Yeah, no CD, no chance. I hear that. I hear it. It's a lot of lumber to lay in Dallas, though. It's a lot of lumber to lay. We'll see.
I wanted to get to 7.
I wanted to get to 7, too. If I get 7, I'm on it. Jets, Dolphins. This one looking 50-50. I think that's about right. I would actually probably lean Jets, but Jets are going to Jets. Sorry, I did let that Caleb Williams slip. I'm sorry. I apologize. Coach JB be saying that. That should be cracking me up every time he said it. Y'all know who Coach JB is from, what was that? The Friday Night Tykes? Yeah, Friday Night Tykes. Or was it Last Chance U? Last Chance U. It's one of them. I think it's Last Chance U. That's what it is. Last Chance U, Coach from Last Chance U. But he on TikTok, bro. He be cracking me up. He be calling him Caleb Williams Holland. That shit be cracking me up. He did not like him, bro.
We got the poll here.
That one was about even.
Was even.
Yeah, that last one. Last one. This is the last one. Broncos, Bengals. Broncos country. Let's ride. Broncos right at 7.5. This one might make it right now. It's like 82% on the Broncos.
Taking the under here, I think. Maybe
I'm taking the Bengals here. Easy money.
Yeah.
I'm with you as well. Everybody's writing them off. Watch them come back and show up. Not going to win the game, but 7.5 is a lot of points.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
I don't love it either, but
Going to be some ugly 19-13 kind of game.
Yeah.
How about the whole Monday night slate? Ugly. Why do they still do 2 games?
This is actually a good week to do 2 games because there's no baseball that day. So it's really just them.
Yeah, but they don't lose viewership to baseball anyway. And they run it at the same time.
Well, last week they didn't run it at the same time. Last week it was split.
I know.
Is this week?
How do you watch 2 games unless you have split screen? You only have 2 eyes.
No, last week they were split. Like last week it was a early start time and a late start time.
Yeah. This is like an hour. This is an hour apart.
Oh, looks like a chalk fest for the Circa this week.
All right. Bills, Commanders, Lions, Broncos, Packers. Oh, shit.
There you go. Put it on the screen. Chalky, Bills, chalky, chalky.
Commanders. Y'all so square, bro. Lions. Broncos. Packers. These might be all the squarest plays of the week, bro.
Oh, man.
Bills, Lions, Packers. Oh, my God, bro. This is all the square shit on the board.
Literally the 5 squarest plays on the board.
This is the 5 squarest plays on the board. You can't get more square than this. But hey, this is what y'all did, man. This is y'all's votes from the community. Is this a public week or is this a sharp week? Last week was a sharp week, I felt like.
Last week was a sharp week.
Yeah, last week was a sharp week.
Week before was not.
The week before was public. Week one is kind of hard to say sharp or public because the lines have been out for so long. You know, they've been out all summer. So yeah, they just had so much time to develop that you can't really, and there's no film or anything to, so yeah, y'all on some super square shit this week, but we'll see if y'all can come through. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. We'll be back tomorrow. started an hour earlier, mainly focusing on college football. We'll talk a little baseball at the end. So be here or be square. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Somebody says I'm a square chaser. No, I'm not. I'm a square fader.
No, Jay always says sharp chasers.
I'm a wait. I don't even know what that means. You just fucked.
You fucked.
I'm a square chaser. I gotta think about that for a minute. Chris, Costi, any final words before we get out of here?
Make it a winning day.
God damn it, that's my line. That's cool.
All right. Let's try to act more professional.
Professional tomorrow, huh?
Tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow, man. Make it a winning day. We out of here.